Good evening. This is Degenwrestling coming at you not live with night one of draft coverage happening on night two of the WWE Draft. Work happened, life happened. I'm Nathan, he's Ben. We're going to get right into draft coverage for you, but before we do, we're going to quickly go over our match of the week for the last couple of weeks. We took last week off because, if I remember correctly, you were sick, I was sick, neither one of us really felt like doing it.
Well, there's that, but I'm also working 6 days a week right now.
Yeah, so work happens, life happens, it's one of those things. But for last week, not this past week, but last week, we only have one match of the week, and that is The Miz and R-Truth versus Gargano and Ciampa. Fantastic tag team match all the way around for those tag team belts. It's just, I don't know, when you get The Miz and DIY together, I have not seen a bad match.
Yeah, they've been having a lot of fun.
And it feels fun. It feels fresh. It feels new. I also really like the character development between Gargano and Ciampa, where Gargano and Ciampa completely distraught. Gargano hugs R-Truth at the end of the match. Kumbaya. Ciampa is just done.
Yeah,
he was done at the moment. I'm surprised they didn't follow up on it too much the following Raw, but just with the draft and everything like that,
yeah,
it didn't come to pass. That being said, this past
unless we were wrong and it was last week that the freaking thing was, and the follow-up would be tonight.
Yeah, well, that would be weird, and we will definitely check into that.
Yeah.
Oh man,
We're a little off.
We are a little off. But provided that
yeah, it was. It was last week.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh crap.
The week before was the fatal 4-way number one contenders, wasn't it?
I think we got that one. The one with the AJ Styles and the
No, the fatal 4 tag team or triple threat tag team.
Oh shoot, yeah.
Where DIY won the opportunity.
Yes, yeah. You know what? Screw it.
That's still match of the week for me for that.
Oh yeah, no, absolutely.
Yeah, we fucked that one up.
Yeah, big time. Yeah. Oh well.
I'm just checking the match list.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Did we really?
I think we did. Either that or we.
Couldn't give me the 2021 and then give me the 2024 stuff.
Well, look, while you take a look at that, I'm gonna go after night one of draft coverage. Straight up, the draft is working a little bit different this year, and neither one of us are really big fans of it. Champions are protected in this draft for whatever reason. Everyone else,
big thing, it does make a little bit of sense.
Yeah, everyone else is eligible. But that being said, SmackDown has officially drafted Bianca Belair, Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton, Nia Jax, LA Knight, the Bloodline being Tama Tonga and Solo Sikoa and Paul Heyman, AJ Styles and Andrade. And Raw has got their hands on...
Wait. As well as the OC, Baron Corbin, Cedric Alexander, and Ashante the Adonis.
Okay.
Those were announced on social media.
Perfect. And on Monday Night Raw got Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Ricochet, Sheamus, the Alpha Academy, and Kiana James. And I'm not sure who all they got in terms of the supplemental picks on social media.
Shayna Baszler, Zoe Stark, Alba Fire, and Isla Dawn and Ivar.
Okay, so Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, and Ivar are going to Monday Night Raw. At the end of the...
Ivar's already on Monday Night Raw.
Fair enough. But really, what do you think of round one?
I think it's a little lackluster.
A little?
Yep, I'm just gonna go with the little.
So the reason why
the Awesome Truth and DIY was last week.
Like, okay, so do you want to just go Fatal 4-Way Tag and then Awesome Truth versus DIY?
No, because I really enjoyed that Cody Rhodes Carmelo Hayes match.
And I really enjoyed Sami Zayn Chad Gable from the week before.
Yeah.
But I don't think I don't think I enjoyed Carmelo Hayes Cody Rhodes as much as I did DIY Awesome Truth. Because I was glued to my seat for DIY Awesome Truth. That thing was fun.
See, I wasn't glued to my seat for it.
Yeah, but I wasn't glued to my seat for Mellow.
Yeah,
we'll
for the first time ever, we have 2 matches of the week for 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, hey,
probably.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But no. So night 1 of the draft, I'm thinking to myself, SmackDown has royally screwed over its women's division.
Night 1 of the draft has me thinking, okay, so night 1 was to secure, like, talent that was already on those brands for it to open up on Monday.
Well, I hope you're right, because what did we get in terms of movement? We got Braun Breaker, Alba Fire, Isla Dawn. The whole way they're doing the draft makes 0 sense, given you have Adam Pearce and Nick Aldis.
Yeah, so Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce are in the war rooms as they are then giving people their notes to go out and tell them who they pick.
Yeah.
But now here's the issue I see with that. They're not consulting back and forth about who's picking who.
No, they're not.
Which means they could potentially draft the same person, but it's never going to happen because of how how it's WWE. I think they should have to be picking from the same room.
See, I really liked, if you're going to do Aldis, Adam Pearce, and you're not going to have it like WWE 2K's My GM mode, where you can protect X amount of people and the rest of them go into a pile, they'll get drafted. If you're not going to do that, I like the idea of Monday Night Raw 2004, when they had the first draft. They had Bischoff on one side, Heyman on the other, and the giant talent wheel.
Yeah, I don't like the wheel.
They get. I like it more than I like what they're doing now.
Yeah, but I know, but you have an affinity for wheels.
I do have an affinity for wheels, but it's still better than what we have now.
I like better now. I just think it could be even better.
Okay, how would it be better for you? Like other than
picking from the same freaking room and actually having reactions or something like that. Be like, oh frick, they picked my guy.
Yeah.
And then having to see them visibly like scratch out, be like, okay, can't draft him.
See, I'd like for there to be trading.
I want them to open up trading on Friday, like next Friday and Monday.
Yeah. They're not gonna, but
I was about to get to that.
Yeah, it'd be cool.
Yeah.
Right. And just for that sort of thing, even for them to release just a steady drip feed of content from Pierce or Aldis, either just going through their thought process in drafting these guys or having them draft early proposals, like anything to make this feel more real than it does. Because this, like for Triple H's first draft with no Vince McMahon anywhere even close, it feels lackluster.
I feel like it could be worse, but
it could definitely be worse, but it's lackluster.
Why is in the first round are you picking Bianca?
Yeah.
Why in the first round are you picking Carmelo Hayes? Like, I understand, but with people like Randy Orton, LA Knight, AJ Styles,
Kevin Owens, Walter,
Sami Zayn.
Yeah. Sami Zayn's champion. He couldn't be drafted.
So he can't. But
like
Braun Breaker. waiting till round 2 for. It's like, why are Bianca Belair and Carmelo Hayes? No disrespect on Carmelo Hayes. Love that he was drafted so early.
Yeah.
Great for him, but it makes no sense to be waiting for the 4th. Round 1, the 4th pick was Seth Rollins.
Yeah, Seth Rollins is hurt.
The former World Heavyweight Champion.
The former World Heavyweight Champion who's hurt right now.
But 4th pick.
Yeah.
If he's eligible, how is that not a first pick?
Yeah, former World Champion. That'd be great. Rollins, McIntyre.
Yeah.
Just by the way he's booked. CM Punk. What the hell? Why not?
He's not available until tonight.
But still, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I think everyone should be available throughout the whole thing.
Yeah. 1,000%. Except if you have a case like a Roman Reigns, which I actually like.
That's what I mean. If they're injured or that, they're not eligible. Yeah. But Roman should have been the one to announce it. Basically. Yeah. It should never have come across as Roman denouncing that his eligibility.
Yeah.
That's not a choice he should get to make.
No.
As not a champion.
Yeah, he has no power right now. As a guy who just
lost.
Yeah. He has no power right now. Speaking of which, why the hell are Bloodline and Alpha Academy allowed to be drafted as factions? And in the case of the Bloodline, why only specific members?
Yeah. So, I completely understand drafting factions.
Drafting what? Yeah, okay.
I completely understand.
But you're still under. But and they did this last year too. Also with the Bloodline, you didn't draft the entire Bloodline. It's only certain members, certain facets of the Bloodline that were drafted. If you're going to pick and choose factions like that, it's just as easy to say, okay, I'm going to make a faction called the Super Best Friends. LA Knight, Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, welcome to Raw.
Okay, no, you can't because they have to be pre-established factions at least.
But even then, the whole Bloodline thing, unless you were saying Roman Reigns is out of the Bloodline.
Which he denounced himself from the draft, which pushed them further down. Which means at the moment he is currently not part of the Bloodline because he is off.
I can see that. I can see that logic, but I can see that logic. But again, I feel like if you're going to draft factions, draft the whole faction. It doesn't matter if you don't know what to do with them.
But again, they technically kind of did. If Roman's out for with an injury, which takes him off of TV, which takes him off of the draft, they essentially did draft the whole Bloodline faction.
Jimmy Uso?
They kicked him out.
No, they didn't.
Well, they beat him up.
They beat him up, but they've also beat up the Bloodline. They've also beat up Jimmy Uso before, and then all of a sudden Jimmy Uso's back with a faction.
Yeah, but that's because Jimmy Uso has that weird thing going on with his
what the hell does that even matter? I think if you're going to have factions, you need to draft the whole faction, all or nothing. I know you and I disagree on that, but to me,
So the thing is, I am agreeing with you. I'm just saying that is the whole faction. Jimmy Uso was ousted from the Bloodline.
Was he ousted by the Bloodline by the head of the Bloodline?
According to the current Bloodline, yeah.
Okay, so you're saying Roman Reigns is not part of the Bloodline. So if we see Roman Reigns again in the Bloodline...
Well, it seems like they're telling a story right now where Solo Sikoa thinks he's the leader of the Bloodline, which means they're playing into that.
Yeah, but I know. I understand that, but hey. At the same time...
But it's seeming like there's going to be this whole Bloodline split, NWO, Wolfpack thing they're trying to tell.
They've never done that before, ever.
No, not at all.
No, never. This one has Samoans.
Exactly.
NWO not having oh god. Oh, for the record, why ain't The Rock eligible to be drafted?
I'm guessing he announced that he wasn't eligible to be drafted.
Oh, but he did
without it being public.
So you can do that. Oh, see,
well, it's The Rock. He gets away with
I
so
was
much
expecting
shit,
like a 7-hour Instagram promo. Where the hell is my 7-hour Instagram promo?
Maybe it's coming Maybe it's coming tonight.
I don't know. Hey, he could. Hey, think about it. The Rock gets drafted to NXT.
Yeah.
Just think of the headlines. Shawn Michaels makes The Rock his bitch.
Yeah, that's never gonna happen.
Yeah.
As happy as it would make you.
Let me dream. Speaking of dreaming though, from one downer to another, WWE 2K. We don't bring it up a lot here, but one of us, that's me, a huge fan of the game, pumps hundreds of hours into it.
I'm a fan of the game.
So when you hear about What's the Status, who is a prolific content creator, if you have not heard of him.
Yeah, for specifically WWE games.
Yeah, for specifically WWE 2K, he got banned, permanent banned, for inappropriate content.
Yeah, it was permabanned.
Yeah, it's reversed now.
Yeah, it's just the wording that they used is terrible.
It's not only that, but it is not 2K. They banned him without doing 2K protocol.
Yeah.
Which is the 24-hour ban, the week ban, what have you.
Yeah.
So they permabanned him without protocol. They brought him back thanks to community outcry, which absolutely it should be. Here's the thing. They found out later, at least Status announced later, that it was because of some glitching he exploited to make some of his models, which ended up affecting the general stability of the game.
Yeah.
Here's my issue with that. They are glitches in the game that you haven't attempted to fix. And all he is doing is utilizing tools that are currently in the game, bar potentially lines from like other 2K games, to bring out the content to make it available to community creations members. I know he violated TOS, but you've also got much more egregious bans than somebody who exploits lazy development to continue to feed content to community creations members. People like What's the Status keep the game online for folks like us.
Yeah.
And alive for folks like us. I can guarantee if I go through my list now, at least half of the creations I have are somewhat influenced or directly What's the Status creations.
Absolutely.
And I know I'm not the only one, and it's something that I think if 2K wants to keep its community alive with how it does content, which is not good, you got to keep What's the Status around, despite the fact that the terms of service not exactly the best thing in the world.
Yeah.
To be able to do. But hey, that's just a community, I guess, outside of WWE. But do you have any news for the week that has happened that we need to bring up or talk about?
So, Darby Allin got hit by a car.
Oh, really?
Bus, I believe, actually.
Oh, no.
Crossing the road with a broken foot, he got hit by a bus.
How in the...
So he broke his foot when he was training to climb Everest, which put off his Everest thing.
Yep.
I don't know the full story, really, but he was crossing a road, again, trying to cross a road with a broken foot, got hit by a bus.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing no timetable on his return. Is he at least...
Within a couple days, he was spotted at, I believe it was a UFC event.
Okay, good. So not seriously injured. That's good. Yeah, so do we have any positive news? Because quite frankly, this whole thing has been a bit of a downer.
Let's see.
Anything?
I'm looking. Really should have thought about this.
We really should have thought about this. Um, what do you think of the current Tony Khan Elite storyline? By the way, I know we meant to talk about that last week, but
Uh, it is what it is, basically.
uh, like, I mean, I'd be open to seeing how it played out.
I will say it has breathed more life, breathed more life into AEW, at least according to a lot of fans in that.
Fans of AEW or fans
Fans of
period?
AEW.
Okay.
Fans. It's brought back like a lot more life to the product because it's something new, it's something different for AEW.
Yeah. In other news, The Undertaker stating AJ Styles is the Shawn Michaels of his generation.
Okay.
Agree or disagree?
I think AJ Styles is AJ Styles of his generation.
Well, it's just it. There's only one Shawn Michaels. There's only one AJ Styles.
Yeah. I
Um,
I disagree with calling pretty much anybody the next anything because no, they're going to be the first themselves unless they
yeah,
explicitly copy that person to a T.
yeah. And I'm sorry, if you're looking at reputation, I can see where
Yeah.
Taker's coming from. But to just outright call AJ Styles to Shawn Michaels, I think that's a disservice to Shawn, and I think that's a disservice to AJ.
Absolutely.
They did different things. They were different people. The only places you could see similarities to them are work rate and match reputation.
Yeah.
But that being said, anything good?
I'm still looking. I
All
haven't
right.
found anything good.
Oh, well,
AEW is like plagued with injuries.
I mean,
Uh,
hey, Cameron Grimes, eh?
yeah, the
Don't
releases,
worry
huh?
about a thing, Don't worry about a thing they said. See, here's the thing. WWE recently
One
released.
specific person said that apparently.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I think
WWE.
that one specific person is the issue at that point.
Who is that one specific person?
It was never mentioned by name.
Okay. So, WWE recently released Xia Li. They recently hindered Jinder. A lot of people who could have gotten pushes on TV, or in many cases did, who didn't grab the ball and run with them.
Yeah.
Xia Li, Jinder Mahal being the biggest ones. Um, you and I both sat down on Saturday. We both thought about it. Cameron Grimes never really had that push.
No, he
At
never
least,
really seemed to get the chance to get that.
yeah, he may have had two, three matches on the main roster in the last 6 months.
Yeah.
The most appealing part was his hat. But he was told,
But
"Oh,
he
don't
wasn't on the
worry."
main roster with the hat.
But he was like, "Oh, don't worry, Cameron. You're not going to be released. You're very well liked. Don't worry about it." Boom.
Yeah, so from
Done.
what I hear, a lot of the issue with Cameron Grimes was he did keep pushing storylines in that for himself every single week he went to those. So maybe it was just he got really annoying because he was seeming really pushy without actually trying to be really pushy.
You never gave him a storyline, though.
No.
What the hell is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
Um, you know, but terribly unfortunate for Cameron Grimes. I hope he finds a way to make an impact on something.
Sorry, more bad news. I don't know if you
Oh
heard
my!
yet.
Oh my
Uh,
God!
MJF
Oh
out
no!
for at least another 4 months.
Oh no!
Probably. He has to get the surgery now. He was supposed to return in March.
Yeah.
He may have gotten the surgery already, but he is out longer than expected.
Oh, goody. Okay, so the biggest and most popular babyface and heel in all of AEW is out.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, the anomaly of a person in probably the best storyline AEW has ever come up with is out. That's wonderful if you're AEW.
Probably until at least October, from what I understand, but
oh my god, that is a crushing blow. I don't care who you are. I don't care what you say.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh,
rough.
Okay. So just so you know, I'm going to name this podcast. I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
Are you now?
Yeah, because like literally, what has been good about this other than, we saw Shawn Michaels Friday night on SmackDown. My birthday, Shawn Michaels shows up. That's good.
Yeah.
SmackDown itself is lackluster. The draft is terrible, but Shawn Michaels showed up. That's only good for me though.
For like what? 5-10 seconds?
I timed it out like 12. But, what a 12 seconds it was.
What would be your biggest surprise in the draft so far?
Wow. That anyone willingly tanked the women's division of their brand?
I meant like call over or keep.
Oh!
Like person that's been drafted so far.
Oh, Braun Breaker.
Really? That's your biggest surprise?
That he was drafted to Raw?
Yeah.
And that Baron Corbin was drafted to SmackDown?
Yeah, I'm not surprised with that.
Yeah. So here's the thing. I am surprised that WWE would make that smart of a move. Your Raw mid-card is floundering right now. Braun Breaker has got literally insane athletic ability.
Yeah.
He's absolutely perfect for the roster. Can you imagine Breaker Gable, Breaker Zane, Breaker Walter?
Yeah, it's great.
Breaker Kaiser. It's a
especially with that move. Well, the stare down that Breaker and Walter had at Rumble.
Yeah, fantastic.
Yeah, my biggest surprise is actually Kiana James.
Really?
Yeah. She's one of the people who had not been in talks about like any mention of being called up or called over, whatever you want to call it now. It apparently came as a surprise to her.
That explains the Shawn Michaels reaction.
Yeah, she didn't know anything about it. So they were filming like a vignette for her the past week before it happened, but she had no clue what it was for. She genuinely was not told where she would be.
Nice.
After the draft, whether she'd be in NXT, Raw, or SmackDown. And it's a big surprise to me because she's really freaking good, but she's not one of the ones that's talked about all the time at NXT. She's not a Tatum Paxley. She's not a Roxanne Perez. She's not Cora Jade. She wasn't Tiffany Stratton. Like how much these names came up. But she is damn good, and I really am excited to for her to get a chance to show it to.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. That being said, what is your biggest disappointment of the draft?
Person-wise?
Yeah, person-wise, we know. Because it's probably the same as mine.
Person-wise, it's that anyone would draft Nia Jax.
I honestly pop for that, but not for the reason you're thinking.
No, I keep hearing people talk about how Nia Jax has gotten so much better, how she hasn't botched anything since her return, and I'm like, what
yes,
the hell
she has.
Are you watching?
Yes, she has.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell are you watching? She's botching so much. She can barely lift a 15-pound Katana Chance, maybe a 107-pound Katana Chance.
Yeah. But no, it's terrible. So here's the thing. Nick Aldis drafts Nia Jax.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. He's tanked his entire women's division. Cool. I will say Pierce won the draft immediately because Nick Aldis drafted Nia Jax. Yeah. Pierce got out of that. Fantastic for Pierce. He wins. She screws up the #1 contendership match between Naomi and Tiffy Time.
Yep.
And, oh, don't worry, I'll make it a triple threat.
Like, why are you punishing Bayley? Bayley didn't have anything to do with that.
Bayley has literally nothing to do with this. It's Nia Jax. No. Suspend Nia Jax indefinitely.
Redo the match next week.
And then, redo the match. Or, okay, now hear me out on this. Kevin Owens is there. Alright? Bloodline is there. And if anything happens, you'll be sorry. Okay. Kevin Owens shows up. Bloodline attacks. Aldis does nothing. Why? It was so easy for you to just suspend Paul Heyman. Or split up the bloodline in the draft. Or fine Paul Heyman if you still wanted him on. You could have literally taken Paul Heyman out of the Bloodline Kevin Owens stuff and had it all make sense.
So the thing that I remember seeing, it's that
the
Bloodline wasn't to do anything to Kevin Owens.
Yep.
Kevin Owens attacked the Bloodline first.
Doesn't matter. They weren't supposed to do anything.
No, but I understand the whole Kevin Owens attack first, so he gets what he deserves.
Still, also, suspend Paul Heyman.
The team that comes out of it.
Yeah.
Have you heard their name?
It's Team RKO, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Team RKO.
I love it. So we're gonna have apparently they're going to have the RKO show next week on SmackDown. If it happens, I'm all for it.
Yeah. Oh my god, I'm like, it just fits so perfectly. And it's so terribly great.
Hey, there's our good news to end this off of. Yeah. Team RKO.
Let's not end it with Ricochet being the Speed Champion.
No, but congratulations to him. Team RKO! The second best name to feature Team and RKO in it. Oh, man.
I seen a mock-up of a logo and it was great.
I wonder if it was the same one I saw. With the KO letter.
The KO was in the duct tape letters,
basically.
Yeah, and then the R was in Randy Orton's. Yeah.
Yeah. It's great. But I guess that's the end of our show tonight. If you like us, find us on TikTok, and I hope to God we'll be back with some better news. Because apart from
hopefully we'll be on TikTok again soon.
Yes! Or no! Who knows? That's the fun. We're trying. And failing miserably.
Working 50 to 60 plus hours a week.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.